Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm looking at the top game for me from PAX Unplugged. I got a review copy from Asmodee of Heat Pedal to the Metal, which is a competitive or solo racing game with cards. And I really wanted to get this one in before the end of the year, possibly because it might be on my top of the year list. But I'm going to do a solo play and then do a review probably in January. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month. This month, I'll be talking about the worst games, the biggest disappointments of the year. You can also check out our separate streaming channel for even more great content, listen to our podcast with 1 to 2 episodes per week, or join the conversation on our Discord. So as I said, Heat is a racing game, so you're trying to get to the end of the race first, and the different tracks, there's 4 that come in the game, will have different numbers of laps, generally 2 or 3. I'm playing on Great Britain, which has a double lap as the standard. And I, by the way, am playing the black car, and I randomly ended up in the back of the pack. Ouch. But to move along the spaces in the game, you're going to be playing cards from your hand of 7. You have cards that generally have between values 1 through 4. And you play a number of cards equal to your current gear for your car, so between 1 and 4 cards. And you'll move the sum of the values of the cards you played. And there's some other special powers and mitigation options you can use. But a big thing is corners. Every racing game has to have corners. And in this one, what you do is whenever you pass the line of a corner, you compare your total speed for the round to the corner speed value. And for each point your speed exceeds that value, you suffer a negative effect, which in this game are heat cards, which the name of the game comes from. They sit in your engine normally, but whenever you have to take a heat for exceeding the speed of a corner, for example, the heat card goes into your discard pile and will eventually go into your deck. And these can't be discarded, they can't be played, but if you drive in a slower gear or use other options that might become available to you, you can put heat cards back into your engine and get them out of your hand, out of your deck. And the solo mode is incredibly straightforward. You just flip a card. It's going to tell you how far the different colored cars move. And you use these diamonds up here once you get closer to a corner to see if they successfully take the corner or not. So that's about it. I'll explain the phases in detail as I go through the first few rounds, but let's play some Heat. Oh, and a quick note, there are different more advanced modules you can play with. I am using the weather module, and it looks like it's a windy day. So I'm going to start with more heat in my engine, which is a good thing. But on any part of the track, in this case this one, where it has like a little weather symbol here, I'm going to suffer the effect of not being able to slipstream. And that's actually pretty bad because this is like the giant straightaway of Great Britain, and not being able to slipstream is going to hurt me and not hurt the AI. So we'll see how it goes. I'm also playing with the Garage module, which lets you customize your deck of cards. Normally you have these basic upgrade cards for each car, which just give you a 0 and a 5 value and an extra heat card. But I've chosen from a few drawn selections, this 4-wheel drive, and you'll see a couple more of them later. I basically went for pretty heavy speed in the cards I chose to try to hopefully get ahead in, again, this super long straightaway in England. All right, so to go through the first round in detail, first I'm going to decide if I want to change my gear, which again is the number of cards you play, but it's also going to give you free heat mitigation, taking either 3 or 1 heat card from your hand, not from your deck or discard, only from your hand, and putting it back in your engine. I don't have any heat at the moment. I haven't taken any, so that won't help at all. Now, it costs nothing to change your gear up or down 1, but you can jump a full 2 up or down if you want to. You can never go straight from 1 to 4 or 4 to 1, but doing so will cost you a heat. But we're in a long straightaway, so there's no question I'm going to do that and go up to 3rd gear, which means I get to play 3 cards from my hand, and all of these except the 4-wheel drive one are just basic cards with values 1 through 4. That's how far I'll move. The 4-wheel drive upgrade card I got from the garage is going to move me 4 plus a random value from 1 to 4. This is called a boost, basically. I'm going to flip cards from the top of my deck for that plus icon until I get a card with a value 1 through 4. So I don't know how far it'll go, but I know it'll take me at least 5. And the nice thing is the game always tells you how far you have to go until the next corner. In this case, it's 17, so I really can go pretty much as fast as I want. 3 cards are never going to take me that far. So yeah, let's go all out. Let's do a 4-wheel drive, a 4, and a 3, the highest values I can. Now, in competitive play, the other players would be doing their gear and their card plays simultaneously. We'd all have them hidden, and we would reveal when it was our turn to move, which goes from front to back, so leader of the pack to the back. But here, there's no real point in worrying about it, since obviously I'm the only real racer in the game. But we're still going to resolve the turns in order. So again, it goes from front to back, and when you have cars in the same row, The tiebreaker for who's in front goes to the one that's closer to the racing line, which you'll see is like this thick white line. It sometimes switches sides, but it's always there to keep you having that reference. And by the way, the game has no like complicated like keeping track of spaces and stuff. You just always go on the racing line if you can, or to the space next to it if it's already taken. All right, so I'm going to flip the top card, and what I'm looking at is if the AI car moving has passed this little legends line here, then they're going to try to actually get through the corner. If they haven't, I'd still look at their top speed value, and I am giving them +1. That's one way that you can make them a little bit tougher, although the weather's not really my friend here, so I might not need that, but I'm going to give them +1. So since green has not passed the legend line, we're looking at 16 + 1, which is 17. Now, if that was not enough to reach the corner, which it is because he's only 15 away from the corner, then you would just move them the full value. But if it would take them past the corner, you actually ignore this value and instead look at the diamond value. And you'll see that matches the 0, 1, 2, 3 spaces outside the corner. So green's just going to go right to the 2, and that's all you have to do. The AI turn is super fast. Now gray's only a 12 with the difficulty modifier a 13. With 15 to go, that'll get him into the other 2 spot. Red's a 10 + 1, 11, so he'll be 5 away. Yellow's a 19 + 1, 20, and then with a 3 diamond, so he'll be right there. And blue is a 17 with a 2 diamond, but he can't fit there, so he'll go back. So he's with yellow at the 3. Yeah, they're going to be way ahead of me, I think. And now finally, I get to move. So the first thing you do on your turn is move the full value of the cards you play. And I'm going to flip cards for that 4+. Now, if I flip anything, it's not a basic 1 to 4. This is what's called a stress card. You start with 3 of these in your deck. They are cards that you cannot discard, but when you play them, you're going to, again, flip a card until you get a 1 through 4. So you have to play them. They stick around in your hand until you do, but you're not quite as sure how far you're going to go. Okay, now we got a real card. So I discard that stress card, and we are going 4, 8, 11, 13. That was actually better than I thought. It takes me right to the 4 spot, which is perhaps the best I could have done. Now, the next thing we check is whether the moving car is in last place, or in the case of a game with 5+ cars, in second to last place. In either of those cases, I can choose to add 1 to my speed if I want to, and or I can choose to cool 1 heat card from my hand. That's what that little like water symbol means if I want to. But sadly, 1 movement wouldn't do a dang thing for me because I can't fit there anyway, and I have no heat. Next, I can use any of these icons, either on my card or my current gear. Now, every gear, at least in these cards that come in the base game, have a plus, which means I could take a heat, and you see it has a little heat symbol here, to draw a card again until I get a 1 through 4, and I would move that much extra. Now, normally I would totally want to do that, but there's a decent chance I'll draw a 1 or a 2 and totally waste it because I can't get that far. And I'm going to get another free move and a free heat reduction next turn since I'll be in 5th place. So I think I'm okay staying where I am. Then the 6th step is if you are behind an enemy car or directly next to an enemy car, you can slipstream ahead 2 spaces. But a few things prevent that here. Again, I don't actually have any room to slipstream ahead because I can't fit. And also the weather effect for this entire stretch of road, randomly determined at the start of the game, from the wind thing is no slipstreaming. So I can't slipstream in this entire straightaway until I pass that corner anyway. Then final steps, I won't go into this much detail in the future, just kind of explaining things. If I had gone past a corner, I would see if my speed exceeded it and take that much heat, the difference. I can discard any cards from my hand I want to. I'm okay with these. They give me... Well, actually, you know what? This corner is super fast. I want to go a little bit quicker than 2s and 1s. You also discard all the cards you played this round, then you're going to draw back up to 7. If you run out of cards in your deck, you're just going to reshuffle and draw again. All right, there we go. Got some 1s, got some stress, got some high cards. Not too bad. And that's it for one round. Let's do it again. All right, so looking ahead, this is one of the fastest turns in the game. In fact, it might be the fastest turn in the game. It has a 10 value. So unless I go faster than 10, I'm not going to suffer any heat. But the weather effect, again, randomly determined at the start of the game, is that if I do exceed this turn value, I'll suffer an extra heat as a penalty. So I really don't want to go over 10 if I can help it. But I also want to look at the next corner. So how far is 10 going to take me? 5 would get me here. 5 more would get me to the 9 space here. And the next corner would normally be a 6, but because of the weather, it's reduced down to a 5. So, it's going to take me 2 turns to get through there. Well, whatever. I can't just take a ton of heat right away, can I? Now, my hope, by the way, is that I can slipstream once I go around the corner and, like, get around one of the other people. All right, so I wanted to go 10, but I'm going to get a free move for being in 5th or 6th place. So really, I want to go 9, although there's not really an option for 9, is there? What I'm thinking is, like, 4, 3 plus, and just hope I don't, like, draw 3 or 4. Yeah, let's do that. So I guess I'll stay in 3rd gear then. These are going to be my 3 plays. Wish me luck. But I'm not first, so let's flip for the Legend Automa. Green's on the racing line, so he's going first. And because they've now passed the legend line, I'm totally ignoring these speed values and only looking at the stars up here. Well, sorry, I shouldn't say I'm totally ignoring. I'm still going to look at which color number they match up with. So green, the first to move, has a 1 above. So in that case, his movement is equal to the value of the turn, 10, plus that diamond number 1. So he's going to move 11. So let's see, 1, 2, 3 gets him here. He's got 8 left. 14 minus 8 is 6. So he's comfortably in the next turn, has a pretty good chance of getting through it next round. Gray's got a 3 diamond, so he's moving 13, so that's 3 and then to the 4 space. Yellow's got only a 1 diamond, so moving 11, that's good for me. I think I might be able to slipstream them depending on what card I draw. Blue gets a 12, though, so a little bit farther. All right, now it's me. So I've got 3, 4, and a plus. I drew, darn it, my nice break card, which is a 1 or a 5. I decide when it's my turn to move, but since it's not a basic card, I just discard it and draw again. Okay, got another one of my special cards, which is a 3 and gets rid of a heat, a cooling system. Yeah, I don't want to discard these people. And there, ooh, I went a little too fast. That's okay. So 4 plus 4 plus 3 is 11, which is going to exceed the turn by 1 plus the penalty. Ouch. That gets me 5 and then 6 more. Now I'm already taking 2 heat for exceeding the turn by 1 plus the penalty from the weather effect. But since I was in 5th or 6th place, I can take another move, which will make me take extra heat. And then I can actually slipstream successfully, because right now I have to do the 2. Oh, I mean, I guess I would slipstream. Yeah, when you do the 2 movement, if you can't fit, you still get 1 movement. So basically I can take 2 heat and end up right here, or take 3 heat and end up here, and then I'll be 5 away from a 5 turn. I can probably get through it. We're going to do it. We're going to take 3 heat. Ouch. And that was, again, the +1 bonus movement I had as an option because I was in 5th or 6th place. Then I'm definitely not going to boost, but I am going to slipstream. Now, the beautiful thing about slipstreaming is, despite the extra 2 movement that you get for being next to somebody or behind somebody, that movement does not increase your speed in reference to turns. So my speed this round was 12, 2 over the 10. That's where I get the 2 heat, and then +1 again for the weather penalty. But I don't take 2 more heat for slipstreaming. That's kind of like free. And then red finally pulls in a little bit behind in the rear, but all of them are in the turn, so they're all going to try to go through here. But this is the only type of weather token that affects the AI. They're going to treat this as a 5 turn as well, which means they might not get through it. We can hope and pray that that happens. And sorry, technically before I moved red, I should have drawn my cards. Do I want to discard any? So I want to go 6 to the next turn. So I don't think I need this 1. The 3 and the 1 I'll keep. I can't discard the stress. I'll just have to play it at some point. And now as I'm about to draw, a lot of heat just got shuffled into my deck, so no. And, oh, my cooling system. That'd be cool if I actually get any heat, which it seems I will not. That's not great, because now, like, in a future round, I might draw 4 all at once or something. But I definitely got some good speed. Okay. All right, so what was my plan? I was going to go, I think, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get me exactly past the turn. The weather is reducing it down to a 5 value, so I would take a single heat. But I've got 3 left, so I can afford that. By the way, if you were to ever take heat and all of it is already out of the engine, you spin out, you go back to like the corner where you were doing it, you go to first gear, you get extra stress added to your deck. It's a bad deal. Don't do it. All right, so I want to move 6. Now the question is, how do I do it? Could stay in 3rd gear and do 3, 2, 1, but that would take away a lot of options. So let's go down to 2nd gear and just play 2 basic 3s. I've still got 2 3s. I'm definitely not playing the cooling system until there's some heat to get rid of. I feel okay about that. Here we go. And 2nd gear would let me clean a free heat from my hand if I had any. I don't still, so that's not going to do anything. All right, but grays first. What do they got? A 1 diamond. Because again, they're past the legend line, so it's 1 diamond plus 5. This is the only type of weather effect that affects the AI. So 1 plus 5 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I think I'm going to slipstream them. That'll be excellent. So I'm also moving 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to check the turn penalty yet. I don't get a bonus move because I'm not in 5th place or 6th place anymore. I don't want to spend a heat to boost farther because I would die. And I don't have any other special effects to resolve, but I can slipstream. And yes, we will. Again, that doesn't affect my speed. Now I check. I went 6. The turn is 5. So another heat is going into my discard pile. There's 2 left in my engine. And I got to decide if I'm going to discard or whatever. So there's a 5 turn coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's beautiful. And then here's some helpful weather effects if I can make them work out, although I'm in the front, so they probably won't unless somebody passes me. These are to let me slipstream +1. So I will slipstream 3 if I do that. That's awesome. But let's see. Okay, a 5 coming up. I've definitely got ways to make that happen. I want to keep the cooling system. But there's a really slow turn coming up and then a really long straightaway, which means, I'm just going to keep all these. Oh gosh, another stress and a 2. Okay. Still no heat. Don't like that. But we'll see what happens. And now you know the basic rules. Let's just go and run through the AI cars in light speed mode. And yeah, ouch, the -1 turn value that affects the AI really messed him up because yellow and blue would have been through the turn next turn, which means, they're going to be okay. Next turn, they're going to move 6 plus whatever their diamond value is. Now, they can't go through 2 turns in a single round. The AI never can. You can if you can sustain the heat penalty from potentially both turns. But yeah, that's giving me and Gray a nice little buffer here. And so it's back to me. I have to go 5 to get into the next turn. So yeah, let's just keep it basic, I think. I'd love to play those stresses and get them out of my hand, but I'm a little bit afraid to. I really don't want to overshoot this turn. All right, so this is just a basic 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. I'm not doing anything else. And, okay, I guess I'll just draw 2. I'm tempted to, discard the 2 to get to my heat faster, but I might need it. Ooh, my brake card, I like that. And there is a heat, finally, so I can start getting it back in my engine to prep for some bigger turns. All right, and we'll resolve Gray's turn because I do want to see how they do. Ooh, they got a 3 diamond, and they're past the legend line, which is just the previous turn. So they're moving 8. Yikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bye, buddy. Although maybe I'll slipstream you. That'd be nice. As for the rest, they straggle in behind. Although, honestly, since I don't think I have to go 6 to go through this turn. I could do that, I guess. But yeah, I might slow play it and just try to get right here, although he's going to go through the turn. Not sure. Well, here's a big thought process for me. So remember, the AI is going to move this value plus 0 to 3 based on their diamond. So if Gray gets a 0, he'll be here. If he gets a 1, he'll be here. 2, 3. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which would take my last 2 heat, don't love that. But if I do that, then on a 0 or 1 diamond for Gray, I'll be next to him or behind him and be able to slipstream 3 and be in gorgeous position for this turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I want to move 6. I'd still like to be in 2 gear and not use my cooling system yet, which means I can use my brakes for 5. Again, it's a 1 or a 5, and my 1. Beautiful. That'll get me 6 movement. Because I'm in 2nd gear, I'll get rid of this heat later in the turn. And then next turn, when I'll probably draw a bunch more heat, I can use my cooling system to ditch a lot of it. That's the plan, at least. All right, so come on, Gray buddy, help me out. A 0 or a 1. A 0. No. He's too far away. Yeah, because he's going 6 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You butt. And then I'm going 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just one space. Hey, I could take a heat to boost and die. So I'm not going to. Now, I do resolve getting rid of heat effects before I see how much I went over the turn. So you can actually put heat back into your engine before you have to do that kind of stuff. So I'm losing 1 heat from my gear. But then because I exceeded the turn by 2, I get 2 heat. Got a single card left. Again, losing that last one doesn't hurt me. It's when I lose that last one and then have to take another one, then I spin out. All right, and for this next turn, I don't think I'm going to get into it. I don't think I can take enough heat. Definitely want to keep, I'll keep both of these because they are real cards at least. Heat, okay, only 1 heat. Oh, and my super fast 4-wheel drive. I can't use that until I get into the straightaway. All right, let's check if position 3 through 6 catch up. Yeah, they kind of filed in, so I'm still in 2nd. And we have a whole other lap after we round the long straightaway, so it's still lots of race left. All right, so now it's my turn. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go through the turn. Taking 2 heat. Now, I've got 1 in my engine, and I could cool down another one, so that's theoretically possible. But what I would much rather do if it works out is move 4, and then, it's a low probability, but if Gray happens to get a 0 diamond, they'll be right there, and then I could slipstream 3 around them and only take 1 heat. Although, I guess 2 heat isn't the worst thing in the world. The rough part is I'll be going into the long straightaway where I want to be able to boost and increase my my gear quickly, and yeah. Oh, and geez, I just realized if I pass this curve, I'm technically in this part of the track and I won't be able to slipstream them. So really my only chance to get a 3 slipstream here is to end exactly there and for Gray to get a 0. But, even if that doesn't happen, maybe it's just healthy for me to be right here. But then Gray's is going to blaze away like crazy. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. I think I have to go the 5 and just go through the turn for sure. Then if Gray does get a 0, I'll be really mad. So a 5. Ooh. How do I achieve a 5? I mean, I'd kind of like to be in third gear because that way I'll be able to go up to fourth gear without taking any heat for the straightaway. But there's no way to get a 5 there. I guess I can go 1, 2 plus, but then I might just explode. So yeah, that's not a great... Okay, I guess I got to do second gear, I think. And then I don't want to use my cooling system. I'll be wasting it. Maybe I just let the gods of fate do what they will. Woo! All right, Gray's first. Oh, they got a 0. Oh, they got a 0. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? Hey, I played a boost. Or not a boost, a stress card. So there's a chance that it'll be another 2. Not a high chance. I don't know. Nope. Nope. I'm spinning out. Gosh darn it. Yeah, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't even get to slipstream him. Mike. All right, so we'll get to the spin out in a second. It doesn't actually technically happen yet. All right, so I get my 1 cooldown. That's great, but not enough. And then there's no slipstream. I exceeded the turn by 3. I've only got 2. Uh-oh. So I go back to the first available space in the previous turn, which is going to put me here where I could have been, and then I could have slipstreamed 3 around. Would have been a beautiful world. Then I permanently add a stress card, so a new one to my deck, to my hand, people. So I got to deal with that thing. And my gear drops to 1, and I've got every heat card in my deck. What a mess this is. All right, but I still get to discard and draw, so get the heck out of here 1. All the rest of these I desperately need. And oh, there's a heat. Oh, there's a heat. Okay. Yeah, but I don't have any heat to actually increase my gear more than level 2. What a mess. All right, let's see what my competitors do. All right, well, they're all in there, as we kind of expected them to be. All right, coming to my turn. All right, look at what I want to do. So sadly, I don't have any heat to increase my gear by more, so I'm only doing 2. But let's definitely do 4-wheel drive with the plus to go as far as I can, and the other 4. Or I guess, yeah, you know what? I'm about to reshuffle soon. Let's go and use my cooling system. That, between my gear and that, I'll get rid of both heats in my hand and draw more stuff. All right, but first, Gray's going to just blast away, I'm sure. Yeah, 15 plus 1 is 16, so from 29 to 13. Small blessings. They did start the second lap, but they didn't quite get past the legend line. So at least it'll probably take them 2 turns to get past that turn there. Guess for me, I've got my 7 plus, a 4. All right. So that's 11 already. So where am I? 1 plus 10 at 19. And then, like I said, between my cooling system and my gear, I get 2 heat back in my engine. Now the question becomes, I could boost right now to get extra movement, but that would cost a heat. But next turn, I'll probably want to boost into 4th gear, and I don't want to, like, totally clean out my heat again. So I think, I mean, Gray might just run away with this one, but I'd love to at least get second place, so I might just stick with what I have. I'm certainly not going to discard the 4. Ooh, and that's a pretty weak draw. I see a lot of random stress card movement in Mike's future very soon. Oh, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? That was a 3 turn. Hold on. Let's rewind a little bit here. All right, there, dummy. Let's be in 1st gear and use a plus card. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. And geez, I already reshuffled this. Well, whatever. I'll just draw a card until I get something. Okay, a 4. Oh, crud. Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. Because I'll get rid of 2 heat and then I'll move 1 over from exceeding the turn a little bit. Okay, and then I'll redraw. Yeah, Mike, you thought you made it through that turn. You wish you made it through that turn, but you didn't. You definitely did not. But I'm still not going to spend my last heat to go crazy here. All right, man, look at this pack back here as Gray just destroys us. Okay, not even the tiniest question. We need to take our last heat again and go up to 3rd gear so we don't just get completely dominated. We're doing 4 plus. We're doing a 4. We're not using the cooling system because we don't have any heat to get rid of in this new draw. And should I do the stress or should I do the 3? I don't like having the stress in my hand, so let's do that. But first, over here is Gray. He gets to the 1. Wow, bye. Now, I have a feeling I'm going to be in last place again soon, although I'm getting 2 pluses. Ooh, and one of them's a 4 for the 4-wheel drive. Oh, my God. Okay, this is actually a pretty good turn. What is this? 8, 12, 15. Let's go. All right, so I'm sort of within theoretical range of going through the turn next turn if I want to risk it. I don't get to ditch any heat or anything. I can't boost. I want to go fast. So no, yes. There we go. Okay. Heat. Oh, yeah. Okay, that was a good draw. 2 heat to get rid of at least one of them with cooling system. Some good speed otherwise. And yeah, everyone else moved really fast too, except for yellow. So, I mean, Gray's still in the lead, of course, but they caught up to me. I'm in 3rd now behind blue. And at least at the moment, outside of slipstreaming, which is impossible with this stupid weather effect, there's no way for me to get into this next turn. Because the best I could do would be to cool 2 heat out of my hand. But to go past the turn, I need to be moving at least 12, which would already be the 2 heat, and then +1 from the weather effect. So that's not going to happen. So really, I want to move like, I don't know, 10 or 11. Then I want to go fast again. So I'm not going to, I guess I'll stay in third. Maybe I'll do that. Or, well, let's play our cooling system, right? Get rid of some of that heat. So we'll do this to go 10 and get rid of one of the 2 heats in my hand. I think that'll be the best we can do for now. Or, maybe I go up to 4th gear and do like that. Sure. I don't know if that's a good idea, but we're going to try it. But Gray, that monster, is first. Oh, he got a 0, so he's only moving 10. A lot more than us, though. Okay, then Blue in front of me moved 11, so he's going to be 2 through the turn. I also moved 11, as we know. Which puts me right at the 0, but I can move 10 next turn. It'll be okay. And my cooling system lets me get 1 heat back in my engine. And let's see. 1, okay. Ooh. Okay, that one's good. We'll see how all that goes. Oh, man, green barely makes it into the turn, you jerk. Oh, and yellow gets right next to me. Red's a little bit farther back, though. So I'm not in 5th place. I'm not going to get any bonus heat or anything, which would have been nice. All right, so what do I want to do here? I want to move pretty far. My brake and my 4 will get me 9. Maybe I'll go down to 3rd gear. Now, it would be dangerous to use that. Yeah, I'll just do the exact 10 that I know will be safe. And, pray I can slipstream somebody? I don't know. First bunch of people in front of me. Gray. Wait, that's right. It's 5, not 6. So, they still barely get into the turn. Oh, my gosh, they're so far ahead. Blue gets to the 0 space there, right behind. Green gets to the 3, not too impressive. And, 1 behind him. Can't slipstream again. But if I take 1 heat, I'll take 2. I don't want to do that. I can't get rid of any of the heat in my hand. So I don't want to keep this 1. There's a 5-speed turn coming in front of me? I don't think so. Oh, geez, maybe I should have kept it. Oh, geez. That's all the heat. It's been building up. Woo! Everybody sweating. Oh, man, yellow passed me and red's right behind. Oh, my gosh, people. This is not my race. I really want to move 6 and take some heat. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's right. I'll get +1 movement for that. So if I can move 5, I can get in the turn and then probably slipstream somebody and just take a little bit of heat. If I can move 5. All right, here's what we're going to try to do. If you get on a 1 through 4 on average, then, theoretically, a 1 and a 4 or 2 or 3 are the most likely results I will get. So we're going to play those and hope for the 5, hope for the average. And we'll get rid of 1 heat. It's something, people. But first, let's see how much the AI is mangling us. Of course, Gray literally gets the perfect card to get right into the turn. Gray. But Green did stop here. So again, 1, 2, 3. Man, it'd be so beautiful. I just want something, game. If you can get me behind Green, let me slipstream. Let's do it. All right, so I got to shuffle my deck. I need a 1 and a 4 or a 2 and a 3. Make it happen. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, that's one of the cards I wanted. Not sure it's the first one I wanted. Okay, come on, give me a 1. Or even a 2. 2's okay. Okay, but that doesn't count. No, that seems like too much. I think I'm gonna die. Or maybe I'm okay. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's break this down. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay, 7. Okay, and then because I'm in 5th or 6, I can get rid of heat. Thank you, God. I could also get +1 move. No. We're okay. And then I get to get rid of a 2nd heat because of my gear. And then I can slipstream. Yes, I'll take that. Get me closer to that turn, so I'll take tons of heat going through it. Now, sadly, though, I cleared 2 heat. I'm getting it right back because I went 7 out of a 5 turn. It could have been a lot worse. Right? I guess I'll, keep the 2. 4 and a 3 and super fast cards are not what I necessarily need. Okay. Where are you going, Sir Red? 7. You made it through. Okay, come on. Let's get into 3rd place, or maybe 2nd place. Oh, wait. No. This one does not have a plus slipstream. That was So the next straight's where I could slipstream more, and I want to make that happen. How do I make that happen? I'm thinking crazy thoughts here. What if I go down to 1st gear? I want to go 5 into the next turn and play my 4-wheel drive plus. I cannot help but get into the next turn. I'll get to clear all my heat with this 3, but I could go 8. But I feel like I just, right, again, I don't think you're allowed to look through your discard pile except for the top card. I think I saw more high cards. I feel like a 5. Right, this got a 4 and a 3. So I feel like a 4 plus a 1 or a 4 plus a 2 are very likely. We're doing it, baby. We're doing it. Even though, I probably should save that card for the straight. I don't care. We're making it happen. We're going to live the dream. I mean, after everyone else lives a better dream than ours. Gray, how you doing? I bet, okay, +3. Is that like some kind of beautiful? Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you stop, sir? Can you stop? Blue, on the other hand, just goes a 5. Yellow goes 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I kind of actually want to slipstream him, don't I? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Oh, man. I mean, that's cool. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But now I wanted to go 6, people. Yeah, and I'm not in 5th or 6th place, so I can't get the free bonus movement. What I can get, though, is 3 heat in my engine. Thank the Lord. And then, yeah, these cards all seem okay. I'll keep them. Oh, this is interesting. There was a 1 on top of my deck, which means if I had boosted, I could have then slipstreamed. But that would have cost a heat. Speaking of heat, I didn't get any. I don't know if that's good. By the way, green makes it through the turn right behind me. Red does not, so they might be out of it. All right, for this next turn, I'd love to slipstream, but I don't think it's going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get into the turn. I really can't stop at 4 because clearly yellow and blue will be too far ahead for me to slipstream them. If I get here and yellow gets a 0, I would slipstream. I could go all the way up to 6. And then if I slipstream, I would be perfectly in line. Yeah, that seems like maybe the call because we are getting close to the end of the race. All right, so what did I say? 6? So maybe like that. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could take heat to go up to 3rd gear, but no, I still haven't gone through the slow turn yet, so this seems fine. And hey, if there's some kind of crisis, I can choose to move 2 spaces instead. I'm not going to, but I could. All right, come on, yellow, move slow. Gray and blue, I'm really... It's fine. And Gray, of course, got into the next turn, even though he didn't have to. He didn't have to, but he did. Blue tore ahead. Yellow tore ahead. God. These are not my values, people. What am I going? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, my gosh. Got to take heat to go into the turn? Yeah, I do take 2 heat. Now I got 1 left. But hey, I drew a lot of real cards. My cooling system that I can't use yet. Darn, green got into the turn. That jerk. Red, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, red is kind of out of it, I think. All right, so what do I do here? I'm not seeing a ton of chances. I want to come out of this turn in 4th. The rough part is I don't have any low enough cards to stay in 3rd. I mean, crud, it's dangerous for me to stay in. Well, no, 2nd will be okay because I need 4 to go into the turn. I'll just play 2 2s. We'll keep it simple. I'm going to take my last heat, exceeding the turn by a little bit. Then I can go into 3rd gear, but not 4th, and I can't boost. I'm going to be moving so much slower than I need to be in the final. Let's see if we can get 5th place, or stay in 4th place. We'll see what happens. All right, well, Mr. Gray. Oh, my gosh. They actually didn't quite cross the finish line, even with their +1 bonus, keeping hope alive. How about yellow and blue? Yellow went kind of fast. Blue only went 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then I'm going my 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that is taking my last heat away. Oh, but green went, oh, this is great. Yes. Okay, that should at least lock 4th place for me. Green didn't get out of the turn. Oh, gosh, red didn't do great either. Can I catch blue or yellow? Seems unlikely, but hey, we're going to try. All right, now this is a weird turn. I'm actually going to get rid of the 2 because I want to draw into heat just so that I can boost. Yes, okay. Oh, and that's good. And okay, I don't need that, but I love that I got the 1 heat. So I cannot go up twice, but I can do this, and I can do a 4. Cooling system will get that so that I can then boost. And yeah, okay, so this is the best I think I can do. I mean, I could play that and hope that it's higher than a 3, but that seems like a low odd play. And yeah, nobody cares about gray. Although you had 16. Good job, buddy. But yellow and blue go slow. Ooh, look at this beautiful card. They're worse values. Yeah, but not worse enough. I kid you not, people, with the +1 bonus movement, because I'm playing on a harder difficulty, they just got through the finish line. I mean, I would have been behind them quite a bit in the final turn anyway, but how it works is whoever is furthest along when some people pass the finish line determines when they win. And I don't think I'm passing the finish line this turn. I mean, am I? Could I possibly? What am I going? 10? No way. Yeah, I'm wavy. Ooh, wait. Oh, no, there's no slipstreaming in the final turn. Well, whatever. My cooling system gets rid of a heat, and then I will immediately use that heat to boost. No. Oh, and look at this. Ah, man. So, yeah, you can't slipstream when you're crossing the finish line. Otherwise, I could have pulled ahead and gotten third place. So I still got to fight for fourth here. So I guess I'll get rid of the one. Just hope I don't draw like all heat. All right, I didn't draw all heat. I also didn't draw speed. But we're okay, I think. Because again, green and red have to go through the turn. Green has a 2, so that's 5. Red has a 3, so that's 6. I think it's just in the same spot. Yeah, so they're not going to pass me. I'm definitely going to get fourth place. But let's put the real racers in their spot. Photo finish for yellow and blue, but yellow barely gets second. And let's just play out the final round. So clearly I'm going up to fourth gear. A 3, 2, and a plus because can't get worse than 1, which is going to be... Oh, okay. Hey, that was nice. So what am I going? 6, 8, 12. Catch me now, you jerks. I mean, I actually very much hope they do not. Green's going 16. Red's going 14. So a commanding fourth place finish. Green comes in 5th. Red comes in 6th. Oh, I was talking about slipstreaming. I forgot that I couldn't with the weather. Anyway, but hey, you know what? Any race you finish, right? And especially after being dumb and spinning out. Oh, man. And that's right. The turn I spun out, if I just played it safe and played a 4, I would have, oh my gosh, I would have slipstreamed 3 past him. The entire race could have been different, people. Death and destruction versus glorious victory in that one turn. But this was Heat Solo. You can also use the little bots. Sorry, Red. Use the little bots in competitive play if you want to fill it out more. And yeah, if you can't tell, I am loving this one. It can be a little random sometimes, but it gets the juices flowing. So I'll be doing a review of this one, probably not until January, but it might be on my top games of 2022 list coming soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.